Tell me about the Comey rules, sir. What did you learn about Jim Comey? Did you learn anything that you might not have already known or you brought into working on this remarkable two-night event, Jeff?
Well, I think the audience is going to learn what I learned, which is what Jim was thinking. And particularly in October 2016, when the FBI reopened the investigation into Hillary's emails, you're going to understand why he did it. You may not agree with it still, but his decision. But he was between a rock and a hard place, and the movie shows him in that moment, and he has to decide between one or the other. Constantly, he was put in positions like that, where it was just a tough call. And none of it had to do with being political. And that was the other thing I learned. Here's an apolitical guy. He was a Republican, but now he's the FBI director. Doesn't vote because he can't, and he's not left and he's not right. And so when he makes a decision, his North Star is the rule of law, the institution that is the Department of Justice, truth, facts, and maintaining the integrity of the FBI. Those are the things he looks at, and those things are all bigger than he is. And that became his North Star, and that was I didn't know all that, and he doesn't think politically. He can't. He's not allowed to when he makes these decisions, even though everyone who is political is screaming at him for being political. He was an apolitical public servant, and he led the way for people like Fiona Hill, Marie Yovanovitch, William Taylor, Colonel Vindman, and others. Jim was like that first apolitical public servant that was thrown in front of this political nightmare that we're living, this divisive, polarized country that we are. Jim was thrown right in the middle of that, and he's going, I'm making the decision from an apolitical point of view, and people started screaming.
Did you meet with him prior to or during the shooting of this? I
met him during. I offered to meet him before. Mm-hmm. I was doing To Kill a Mockingbird, Atticus Finch on Broadway, and I was in the end of a year-long run.
Right.
And I emailed him once we got it. I emailed and said, if you're in New York, you know where to find me. And because we were going to start shooting right after Mockingbird. And Jim emailed back. He was very nice, but he had no plans to come up to New York. I'd read the book, the audio book where Jim read it, YouTube. You've got all the film, video you'd want on him. Even on the Colbert Show, you could see Comey's sense of humor. As an actor playing any character, that's a lot of material going in. So I didn't, I offered to meet him, and he didn't, we didn't. And so I didn't want to impose. I didn't want to be one of these actors who went down and ate dinner at his house so I could watch him eat dinner. I just didn't want to do that.
Right. Did you see that?
And then I met him. Then we were 2 months into shooting.
Yes.
And he showed up on the set, and that was he watched the first two takes of the loyalty dinner between me and Brendan Gleeson, who plays Trump. And after 2 takes, Billy Ray, the writer-director, said, I want you to meet somebody. And, oh, God, there he is. And
you didn't know?
The first thing you realize that
You didn't know he was there watching?
I knew he was coming that day.
Right.
But the loyalty dinner was, all hands on deck, all focus on that. So it was like, yeah, whatever, I'll meet him whenever. I got to do this. But he did. He came around the corner. He'd been watching, and he kind of looked. He said, you brought the emotion back. You brought the struggle. You brought everything I was thinking, like, what the hell am I supposed to say and do at this moment? He goes, I got to be honest, I feel a little nauseous. And usually when you tell an actor that their performance makes them nauseous, it's not a good thing.
Right.
But I took it as a compliment.
Yes, because you brought back all those moments right there. What do you think Trump's going to think of this if he's out there watching on Sunday and Monday?
Oh, he's going to hate it. He's going to hate it if he even pays attention to it. My hope is that he'll be too busy not preparing for the first debate to have time to watch.
Okay, that's your hope on all that.